G'day folks, how you going? Today is our last vlog from Tokyo. Oh, yes, but it is a very, very special one, and I apologise. This is one that has been affected by some audio issues. I've been using a GoPro since I hit the Philippines last year, and I haven't had any issues with the media mod, but it played up on me yesterday when I shot this video, and unfortunately I lost all the audio. So I will do my best to make this still a very exciting and interesting vlog for you. We are heading out to a place called Harajuku where you'll see a lot of amazing shops there. We're going to see some incredible, different, brightly coloured rainbow food. We're going to see some rockabilly dances. We are going to see an Owl Café, and also the Ninja Experience Café, where I get dressed up as a ninja and I throw those little stars, I do all that stuff. And it's great fun. And it's a real pity that the original audio won't be there. Of course, I will be letting you know all about it. I'm joined by a friend of a friend. Her name is Hisako. So thank you very much, Hisako, for joining me on this one as well. Anyway, without much ado, let's get into it and let's head to Harajuku. And hello, I'm here in Harajuku, and I'm not going to be lip-synced in any way, shape or form, because I've got no idea what I'm saying, but I am introducing Hisako, who is joining me on this vlog as we explore Harajuku for you. Takeshita Street, folks. This is where it's at in Harajuku. It can be a tad busy. And this is a Sunday, and the sun was out, and it certainly was packed with people. Harajuku is one of the coolest, should I say, places in all of Tokyo. It's famous for clothing, for fashion. It's not high-end fashion, it's different, it's bright, it's brightly coloured. And so you will see is some of the food that you can buy along this street. Just walking along Takeshita Street, that alone forms a huge part of the Harajuku experience. Check out these rainbow coloured shoes. Not really the sort of thing I would wear, but this is the sort of colours, the sort of vibrancy that the fashions of Harajuku are known for. Takeshita Street has a number of novelty cafes, like a dog cafe, as you can see just there. And across here, some of the more interesting cosplay-ish kind of Harajuku fashions that you might see in the area. And just over here, this is our first main stop on the Harajuku tour. This shop is called Le China, or le chinière, or I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's supposed to be French, but that's the best I can give you here. And it is famous because in 2018 it created a rainbow-coloured cheese toastie. I kid you not. So I've come here and I have to try this rainbow cheese toastie. Another case, as in so many places in Japan, where you order your food through a machine. And then you take the ticket over and they make it for you in front of you. I believe there's a couple of other rainbow coloured offerings here as well, and chicken and other things. And here it is, it's ready. The rainbow coloured cheese toastie. I think we better take this outside before we eat. And here I go, and I'm biting right into it. And I was a little bit unsure of what I was going to get when I bit into the sandwich, but the truth is, it tastes like a plain cheese toastie. That's not too bad. So I don't know what else I can say. It might be brightly coloured, but it's all cheese to me. Second stop, just across the road. But first of all, this little place sells strawberries, but we're going upstairs. And this, folks, is the Totti Candy Factory. It's going to depend on where you live in the world, what you refer to the product of this shop as. The main part of the attraction, to be perfectly honest, is not the product, it is watching them make it. Now, in Australia, we call this fairy floss, but I'm well aware that in other countries, it has other names. I believe in the UK it's candy floss, and in America, you guys will no doubt know what it is. Cotton candy. Google tells me the ingredients to cotton candy slash fairy floss slash candy floss is coloured sugar and air. So one presumes that this is actually pretty cheap to make, and the profit margin is reasonably handsome. But before we ordered, we checked out all the other options, and look, you can even buy fairy floss in a little plastic bag, which is probably a lot easier to deal with. We looked at the little menu and we chose, I promise you, the smallest fairy floss we could get. And of course it had to be rainbow coloured, because Harajuku is all about the rainbow colour, and we already had rainbow coloured sandwich, so we had to have the rainbow coloured fairy floss slash cotton candy slash candy floss. And then we settled in to watch the magic of creating rainbow coloured fairy floss at work. After the artiste had finished her work, I was handed this gigantic theme, this brightly coloured rainbow cloud on a stick. I wondered how easy it would be to eat. Not that easy. However, waste not, want not. and somehow Hisako and I managed to finish the entire cloud. It was now time to head to the most daring, perhaps the most exciting thing of the day, and that was a visit to the Ninja Experience Café. I pre-booked this experience through their website, which was a little bit tricky, but I did book successfully, and for 4,900 yen, that's around 50 Australian dollars and about 32 US dollars, I booked for one person the Jiraiya course, which includes ninja training and costume rental, and they also gave us a drink. What is the experience all about? Well, you get to dress up as a ninja, hence the costume rental, and you get to attempt or practice, if you like, activities particular to the ninja, such as throwing the star, I thought I was pretty accurate, but I couldn't get my stars to stick. Hisako did a lot better than I did. Then we had the chance to blow darts through a tube. And here I am, no kidding, this is first and only try. I burst the balloon, and no, I don't have audio, so it's not nearly as awesome as it was in real life. The third part was a little sword work, and we learned different ways of swinging the sword and thrusting to kill your enemy. After that, I was pretty pooped, but I felt a bit trapped. But then I found the secret way out of the Ninja Cafe experience. If you're interested in the Ninja Cafe experience, why not check out their website? I'll leave it in the details below. From there, it was a 5-minute walk to Yoyogi Park. On our little walk, we encountered these two girls who were brightly dressed in amazing costumes. Moegami Densetsu is the Instagram handle if you'd like to check them out. Now, every Sunday from around midday or 1 o'clock through for a number of hours, a group of rockabilly dancers, I kid you not, meet near the entrance under the somewhat underwhelming clock tower, and they dance their afternoon away. They dress up with the gear and they like to do the old 1950s hairstyles. Perhaps this is not a tourism experience, but people do come, tourists do come, like myself, to check out the dancing. So folks, in Harajuku, indeed in Japan, there are many different kinds of cafes. They have pioneered the cafe animal experience for the individual. You may have some issues with that, you may not. The most common, of course, is the cat cafe. However, just in walking around Harajuku, I saw a dog cafe and even a hedgehog cafe. And yes, I am kind of bummed that I didn't go into the hedgehog cafe. But by far the most exotic animal I saw that they had based a cafe around was the owl. And so it was that I booked us a table at the Owl Village Café. This was timed entry. You pay a bit of money and you get yourself something to eat with a drink, and you also get to spend time with the owls. In total, they have 18 owls in the cafe. They actually live in the cafe. They do take them out for a quotation marks walk, where they actually let them fly, but with a lead attached to their leg in nearby Yoyogi Park. They served me a lovely piece of cake here with a little chocolate owl in front of it and a warm drink in an owl-shaped mug. Typically speaking, the owl is a hunting bird. It is a bird of prey, but the owls in the cafe are definitely completely domesticated. And in Japan, you can have an owl for a pet. Obviously, there are some ethical questions, again, about this cafe, and I'm not fully confident that I did the right thing in coming, but I did want to make an interesting video, and I thought this was a place worth checking out. For about half the time, the owls are left on their own. There are some in the cafe area, and then there is another room where the majority of the owls live. The owls are well looked after, and the people who work in the cafe obviously really do care for the owls. And it is a cool experience to have an owl on your arm for a short amount of time. I'll leave it up to you. If this sounds like something that you'd like to experience, well then that's for you to decide whether it's okay or not. A lot of people like to go to cat cafes. In the West, we generally don't consider owls as pets, but we do consider cats as pets. So some might argue that it's a cultural thing, but at the end of the day, we are all individuals and we all have to make our own decisions on things like this. Well, cafe done and dusted. We had one more place to go and it was another cafe. Luckily we hadn't gone crazy on what we'd eaten and we still had a little bit of room as we headed to the Peanuts Café. Snoopy and Peanuts are much beloved in many countries and Japan probably takes the cake. You may remember there is a Snoopy store in Takeshita Street at Tokyo Station that I showed you. And here we have an entire cafe devoted to the Peanuts family. Again, you needed to book because it was very, very popular. And I think you're only supposed to stay half an hour or an hour. We didn't realise it, but you can book these rooms on the other side of the kitchen here, which have different themes and different colours and feature different Peanuts characters. But it's always good to finish the day when you've had a long, hard day of vlogging in a cafe with a unique atmosphere and a unique concept. Right next to us was this lady and her mum, and they were enjoying a special strawberry shake of some kind. And we had a bit of a chat with them before we enjoyed our own food. I had this sort of beef and mushroom stew and cheese on top of a thick piece of toast. I wouldn't say that the menu was earth-shattering. It wasn't particularly Japanese, it wasn't particularly Western, but it was just nice to sit down and take stock of the day. Blissfully, of course, unaware that I did not have any audio for the entire day. I thanked Hisako for participating in this vlog and we both agreed that we'd had a really good day. And once we were done, it was time to head off. Well folks, that was the Harajuku vlog for you. I hope you enjoyed that and I hope you've enjoyed all of the Tokyo vlogs. The good news is now we move further south to the island of Kyushu. I am going to be taking the Shinkansen down there. And then we're going to be staying in a place called Fukuoka or Hakata and doing a bit of exploration from there. So I look forward to bringing you those vlogs. Don't forget to click like, comment and subscribe. It helps the channel to grow. I really appreciate it. And if you hit that little bell, you'll get notifications when the next video drops. Take care wherever you are in the world. May the journey never end.